Hey everybody, ABC 10 meteorologist Brenden Mincheff here. It is March 1st, but the leap day blizzard is still just getting started. So here is that blizzard update, and we're going to start with a look at Donner Summit. So this is about noon that I'm recording this video. Take a look at this. You see the camera moving, whiteout conditions. That's a semi there going very, very slow. Obviously, with chains, there's a couple of cars. Chain controls are in effect and will continue to be in effect for a while still to come, because the heaviest snow has not even shown up yet in the Sierra. There's still folks on the road. You can't really hardly see the road at this point, but again, folks are braving it. My recommendation would be not to brave it because conditions are going to be deteriorating even further going through this afternoon. The very heaviest stuff will arrive late this afternoon, into the evening, continuing into the overnight hours, Friday into Saturday. We are going to get absolutely dumped on in the Sierra. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's what we've got so far. I'm going to put an asterisk on this by saying we typically only measure once a day. So these numbers you see behind me are from about 6 o'clock on Friday morning. When the ski resorts wake up, they go out there, they measure, right? That's typically the only measurement we get in a 24-hour span. So it's now about 6 hours later from when these measurements were taken. It's already been snowing pretty much nonstop since then, and will continue to snow all the way until the next measurement tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So these numbers are what we've had so far, but honestly, in real time, we've already had more snow than what I'm about to read to you. So Sugar Bowl 20 inches, Boreal 19, Homewood 18, Palisades Tahoe 17, North Star 17 inches, Sierra at Tahoe 15 inches, Tahoe Donner 14, Mount Rose 12, Heavenly 10, and Bear Valley 10. That's just a sampling. There's a lot more places out there that have seen these snow totals, but we've been between about 10 and 20 inches so far. That was just the first taste, the appetizer, if you will, because the blizzard warning is still in effect and will, like I've said, get worse as we go through the rest of Friday and into Saturday. So that's what that orange color is in the Sierra. In the winter storm warning area here, coastal range all the way up to the Shasta County mountains. Again, going to see a foot of snow up near Shasta. We're going to see a couple feet of snow in the coastal range. And then we've got that wind advisory across the valley. So let's talk about that wind. The strongest wind will be up in the Sierra, but we're still going to see wind gusts of 30 to about 45 miles per hour across the Central Valley. So even if you're not in the high country, it is just going to feel more stormy today in the valley in places like Sacramento and Stockton and Modesto than it did yesterday. Yesterday kind of felt kind of quiet, not that big of a deal. Some scattered rain showers today. It is going to feel different out there. But look at some of these wind gusts in the Sierra, too. We're looking at 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This would be in town, South Lake Tahoe, in town at Truckee. And the purple color here shows you wind gusts of 50-plus miles per hour. And that just continues through the evening and overnight hours in the Sierra. Look at this model wind gust there, 55 miles per hour. Again, in town at South Lake Tahoe. Power outages possible, not only from the snow load that we're going to see across the Sierra, but also from the wind gusts that we're going to see in the Sierra. In the valley, through the evening hours, we're still seeing those wind gusts. Look at this, up to about 45 miles per hour in Marysville, 30 miles per hour in Sacramento. It does die down late into the evening, early overnight hours in the valley, but it continues 50-plus miles per hour through the overnight hours in the Sierra. So a long duration event up in the high country, but really we are going to see that rain and the wind in the valley today and not as much wind tomorrow in the valley. Snow level forecast for Friday, about 4,000 to 5,000 feet, a pretty typical snow level. We've got a reinforcing cold air mass, though, that is going to push the next round of snow in, which begins with that heavier snow late Friday into Saturday. That's going to really drop these snow levels all the way down to about 2,000 feet for Saturday. And by Sunday, we're looking about 1,500 to 2,000 feet for snow levels. So we are going to get some pretty low snow out of this. We're not talking feet of snow at the low elevations, but certainly an inch or two at some of these very low elevations. By Monday, the storm is really gone at this point, but you can see the cold air lingers with those cold temperatures in that snow level at 4,000 feet. So storm really starts to taper Sunday, but man, Friday, Saturday, going to be absolutely tough sledding up there, no pun intended. Future high-res futurecast here. Look at these deep blue colors we've got in the Sierra. That is that heavy snow, and it just picks up going through the evening into the overnight hours. We're going to have better chances of rain in the valley after sunset tonight. Some of it could be heavier rain as well. Possible we even have a few rumbles of thunder. We've already had 1 week, we'll call it a thunder shower up near Placerville at about 11:30 this morning. But again, we could have some of that even into the evening hours tonight. Maybe only in Northern California, right, where you can say thunderstorm and blizzard in the same sentence for two different locations. But look at that. That deep blue heavy snow gets even heavier, and you saw those snow levels drop as well overnight Friday into Saturday. So I'm kind of repeating myself here on the timelines. Really, this is the prime time for that heaviest snow, the real blizzard conditions. We didn't see all that much on Thursday, right, in terms of maybe blizzard conditions. We did have a lot of wind. We got some whiteout, but really, this is the day, Friday and into Saturday's the day for that heaviest snow, the strongest winds. And again, look at that low snow, heavy snow across the Sierra. Into Saturday, we're going to keep some rain chances in the valley. The snow does climb back up the mountain a little bit. We'll say 3,000 to 4,000 feet through the morning hours on Saturday, but then it's going to drop again through Saturday afternoon into the evening hours, down back towards 2,000 feet, and the snow is going to pick up in intensity yet again. So overnight Friday to Saturday, we're looking at hourly snowfall rates of anywhere from about 2 to 5 inches of snow per hour. And then by Saturday afternoon, about 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour. So again, that prime time, it's almost here. Here is that thunderstorm chance today. It's just we'll call it a level 0, right? It's not even a level 1 marginal, but there is a general risk, general potential for thunderstorms all across Northern California. And it even includes the Sierra, so some thundersnow not out of the question. But in the valley, heavy rain would be what we would see with any of these stronger storms that form, as well as some stronger wind. Maybe some pea-sized hail up near Redding yesterday. On Thursday, we did have a storm, not severe. It was on the stronger side, though, and it did have some pea-sized hail with it. So the potential is there. It's not very high, but it's there, so we got to talk about it. Model snowfall totals, this would be still to come. We're talking about 70 to 80 inches across much of the high country. So again, that's going to translate to over 6 feet of additional snow still to come. We've already seen 1 to 2 feet across much of the Sierra. We're talking another 6 plus for many locations. And along the highest peaks, by the time it's all said and done, we're looking at the potential for 12 feet. So this would be above pass level, but on the highest peaks, right at some of the high ski resorts, 12 feet of snow, not out of the question. Here's the European model, very similar, a little bit less than the American model we just looked at, but both of them have low snow. So a couple inches of snow at some pretty low elevations is expected. That winter storm severity index is extreme across the Sierra. That's from now through Sunday. So if you're thinking about getting up there, you want to go play in the snow, you want to go ski, snowboard, whatever it might be, it is not the time to travel from now through Sunday. You got to wait it out. I think it'll be a lot better on Sunday, but you'll probably want to wait until after sunrise Sunday. Give it a little bit where that snow really can taper off Sunday, where we can get maybe a little bit of sunshine on that snow. You're just going to want to wait a little bit. You're not going to want to push it, let's put it that way, to try to get up there because, man, the conditions are not good. It's going to be treacherous, and especially with the amount of snow we're going to see Friday into Saturday, we could see several feet of snow fall in just a very short time frame there. Caltrans is going to have trouble keeping up, keeping those roads open. Obviously, again, there's chain controls in effect. You got to have those four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive cars and trucks to get up there. So my recommendation is the takeaway of all this is don't go. Stay off the roads. We've got very dangerous conditions out there with the wind, the whiteout conditions, the snow load. Even if you do get up there, most of the ski resorts are closed. Most other places are closed. You're not going to be able to do much up there. And we've got the potential for power outages. So again, you go up there, everything's closed, and then they might even lose power. So again, what is the point of going up there right now, of taking that risk? Just wait it out. The snow is going to stick around. I mean, again, we're talking 8 to 12 feet of snow. It's not like it's going to melt overnight or in just a few days. Just give it time. Don't go. Stay off those roads. We're going to have better opportunities to head up there through the early part of this coming week. I will add, though, that we are tracking another storm. Could move in Tuesday, Wednesday, give us a little rain in the valley, but another several inches of snow possible in the Sierra, which could kind of make it more difficult to recover from this storm, which is kind of back-to-back storms. Won't be as impactful as the one we've got right now, but there is that potential for another one by midweek. Over the next 10 days in the valley, we do warm up. Temperatures climb from the low 50s on Saturday back into the low 60s for next weekend. But again, all eyes right now are on that Sierra blizzard. Be sure to stay tuned to ABC 10 and ABC 10 Plus for the very latest news and weather updates as it relates to this Sierra blizzard. Thanks for watching.